David Wygant, 10-minute daily reality check, December 12th, 2017. Go fuck yourself, December. It's over. It is over. It is over.
He's like shameless.
It is.
If you didn't see last week's episode, go fuck yourself, right? I love that. I'm when they sit in the toilet. All right, I have a David question, David.
Well, you all know that's Patti Stanger. So Patti Stanger is going to join us over the next couple of weeks because in January, Patti and I are doing...
no information to give you, and I have all the information you need. Go to millionairesclub123.com if you want that information, or pattyknows.com.
Yeah, go ahead, throw me under the fucking bus. Now I'm going to answer her dating question right now. All right, go ahead.
No, I have a question. Okay, so I've been dating on the apps. I know, isn't it pathetic? The matchmaker doesn't have a match.
I see you on the apps.
Okay, I know, I see you.
You ever swipe for me?
No, I swipe left because I have your telephone number. What do I need that for?
It's
Okay.
ego validation.
Anyway, you're dating someone. That's not the point. We're just friends. Okay, but he's never fixed me up, by the way. Beat him up for not fixing me up. Okay, here's the situation. So I was having a low period where I wasn't attracted sexually to anyone, and finally somebody showed up with 3 kids, gorgeous, 6'2", and we started having deep conversations on, I think it was Tinder. And we take it off to the telephone number because he wants to send me a picture of his kid, which was...
How many days did he wait to get you off?
No, it was right away.
Okay.
So we actually had a really good conversation. He sent me his picture. We could have gone on forever, but I said I got to get up early the next morning. And he says, great. I said, why don't we talk tomorrow night? He said, fine. Never called. The following day, he texts me. And he says, what are you doing for the weekend? And I only had plans on Sunday. And I said, I'm doing X. And he goes, well, I have a daddy's weekend this weekend. And he starts going to all these things about daddy. Well, I don't know if they're going to sleep over. We're going to go to soccer. And I'm like, I don't know you. We haven't even talked on the phone. Like, why would a guy start talking to me like I was his best friend and whatever? It's like now I'm turned off by him. Because like he didn't ask me out and he didn't call me.
Because that's what these guys do.
What is wrong with
Okay,
these people?
you know what's wrong with...
I'm from New York. I don't have patience for this shit. So like right away I deleted him because I don't even want him now. He had a shot. He had a window. He asked me like, what am I looking for in a guy? I said, confident, take charge. I mean, my profile says, if you can't ask me out and you're just looking for a text pal, move it along, sister, because you're not a mister.
Men are really fucking passive now. Men are looking for validation nonstop. I have my kids. I have a daddy's weekend this weekend. I'm not quite sure. And you know what they want to hear? They're such pussies nowadays. You know what they want to hear? Well, gee, if you don't happen to have the kids for an hour, maybe on Saturday we can go together and we can eat lollipops. That's what they're like.
I said, have fun. He sent me smiley face. I didn't respond. Why would I? What do I have to say? No, it's not even pussies. He's 48 years old. Mm-hmm. He's been divorced. He knows how to date. Like, okay, maybe he didn't recognize it as me because not everybody knows it's me. Most of the ESPN guys the sports guys are more of my guy. He has a really good job with Netflix. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? And now I'm turned off. So this is the problem. I'm not seeing sexual attraction. When I finally get a nip, they can't close the deal. And you know who's hitting on me left and right? People from out of state. Everyone says they're on the LA system on Tinder and Bumble, and they're from Vancouver, they're from Ohio, they're from New York. Nobody fucking lives here. It's awful.
What is up with the out-of-state people swiping 5,000 miles away?
And they start the app locally, and then here's a little tip. They put LAX, that means they don't live here. But most of them say they live here, like Brentwood, Santa Monica, whatever. If they're wearing a baseball cap, that means they're bald. Okay? Seriously. Every man looks good in sunglasses. If you don't see a picture without sunglasses, do not swipe right. Okay, I can give you lots of tips on this.
Okay, so give the women lots of tips, and maybe the men will listen a little bit, not because we've talked about Tinder, I've talked about Bumble a lot on the podcast, and I always say that men are such, because men are such pussies nowadays, it's unbelievable. I feel like strangling them because they wait for 8 million, it's almost like high school or like junior high. Oh, let me count the signs, and then I'm going to ask her out.
All right, so when I was with David, you watched on the show Millionaire Matchmaker, it was many, many years ago, Plenty of Fish was the only swipe right, swipe left. They had their website, but they also had this thing called Meet Me. That is what Tinder became. So Marcus, hats off to you. I know you sold to Match.com, and now it's shit. Plenty of Fish. No offense. Match, you kind of ruined it. But here's the story. David's pictures were amazing. My pictures were amazing. David got on the phone. Once I gave him the number, it's like, I'm not into texting. Here's my number. He called me. He asked me out right away. And when he said to me, where do you want to meet? I said, this restaurant. He said, what are you going to wear? And he was really sexy voice. And I said, what do you want me to wear? And he goes, black dress, high heels. I said, done. He said, okay, I'm going to know it's you. From that moment on, he became the guy. I knew the minute I got on the phone with him because he had this commanding, take charge sexuality that I don't want a girlfriend. I'm not looking for vagina. I'm looking for a cock, a hard one.
He also was the ultimate, he also knew how to be a man.
Yeah,
You know, and
confidence
that's
with women. Other issues is different, but he has a lot of confidence with women.
yeah. But that's the thing. These apps. What happens is the apps are full of passive people. People that are people are sitting around at night pretending, and I call it fantasy football dating, right? It's like literally going and creating an entire roster full of people, and you basically go every single Sunday and you take a look at your roster and go, oh, fuck, I can't believe Carson Wentz hurt his knee. Well, Carson Wentz, you might as well call her Mary Wentz, because Mary Wentz tore her ACL while she was running to go catch a fucking Uber to go get on a date. It's ridiculous.
So I'm going to give men the tips. Step fucking 1. You see her picture, compliment her, whether she picked you on Bumble or you're swiping right on Tinder or any of the other apps, okay? I don't care if it's fucking Farmers Only, okay? Compliment her. Love your photo, you're beautiful, blah, 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 okay? Don't ask her how her experience is on Tinder or Bumble, okay? Or Plenty of Fish or Cupid. Don't ask her what her experience is, because her experience sucks if she's answering you. Meanwhile, she's not dating anyone. Duh. Ding, 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 ding. She wasn't looking for a friend. Stop the texting back and forth. Get in there and say, look, I'd love to take this offline. How about I get your number? And if she says no, then give her yours and say, look, if you prefer to call me, here's my number. But I'm open to either way. Just like when you meet for the first time, even though you're not going to pick her up because it's dangerous to meet people. If anybody's listened to Dirty John, it's very dangerous to meet people other than a public place. But offer. Show that you're a gentleman, okay? Now, after you get onto the offline portion rather, you're texting, get right, hey, is this a good time to talk? Or if you did it immediately off Tinder, go to call her. Don't fucking waste time texting. Want to know why? Because biology says women cannot fall in love unless it's between their ears. We have to hear your voice. Otherwise, we form no attachment. Bet you didn't fucking know that. But you guys are so fucking lazy, you're never going to get a date if you continue this way. And then ask her what night is good and say, I'd love to take you to drinks. Drinks will lead to dinner if you guys like each other. Make sure that there's a place you can segue right to food. And if you don't offer food at the bar or anything like that, she's going to think you're cheap. No coffee. Remember? Coffee is cheap. Okay? Drinks are better. Oh, and let's fix your pictures, because you know all those fat schlubby guys with your shirts off? I don't want to fuck you. And the second thing is, every time you show a picture that looks like, you know, basically you were at the police department and you're doing a mugshot, we still don't want to fuck you. How about you put on a nice outfit? How about you smile? How about you comb your fucking hair or get it cut right? Okay? Stop jerking off with beer bottles and 15 girls you can't get and the extreme sports hang gliding in the sky with the little dot. We don't give a shit about that. Don't touch tigers and lions. We don't care. Okay?
You know, it's so funny, Patty, that women do the same. Women do the same fucking thing. I see so many women's profiles with a little dot in the sky, right? I see so many women's profiles touching the lion, right? I see so many women's profiles, and women will bitch and complain, going, no shirtless pictures, right? But she's wearing 2 bikini shots, right? It's such a weird thing that people are doing.
And then when you do get our number, we don't. Okay, besides use it, don't send me the dick pic, because here's a little tip. Here's a little tip. First, you show the shirt off thinking, I'm going to take my clothes off. Ain't going to happen. I'm not showing you my cooch. My cooch is golden. You got to spend a lot of money to get in that cooch. And I don't mean just money. I mean your heart, your emotions, your mind, your generosity, your spirit. Because this is priceless, baby. But when you fucking take your pants off and show me that dick that's hard, that doesn't turn a woman on. Women want to be wooed emotionally, not with your fucking dick. That comes later. Like when you're in an exclusive, committed, monogamous relationship. Then you can show dick pics like at work and shit. That's because you're dating that chick, not because you're trying to pick her up. I mean, use a brain here.
Unless your dick has gray hairs, then your dick is distinguished.
Oh my God.
Right? So, no, I'm just kidding. But it's a...
Gray Pube City?
Yeah, gray pube city, you know?
Oh my God. Well, girls...
Do you know I found my first gray pube and I thought to myself, finally.
Well, your hair's gray.
Finally...
You have a gray pube.
Finally, my dick is distinguished and well respected.
Okay. The other thing is practice on your kissing, because the signature move of the night is the kiss. So if you can't do a French kiss, and I mean once around the totem pole, back round, we are not going to get kind of like weak in the knees and feel like you're the one. So if you do the hug, or you do the handshake, the handshake. If you do, and by the way, the handshake better be firm, because that tells me how hard your dick is. So if your handshake is weak, that means your dick is limp. I don't know if you know that. We equate that. We think that in our mind. Weak handshake, limp dick. Just think about that. But you need to know that the kiss is the signature fucking move. We like your hugs. We think your hugs are great. But we don't judge you without the kiss. Now, I have my assistant Ashley here, and she's going to give her point of view of what she likes in dating. And she's a millennial, 26.
Yeah, I'm 28, but I'll go with 26. Why do we have to? He just called me out on my age. I don't do the dating apps though. I'm one of those. Yeah, I'm like a hopeless romantic. I want to be in a library. I'm a Pisces. If you guys are into astrology, I want to walk into a grocery store and I want to see my man. I mean, we went to Irwan that one time. There's a bunch of hot guys there, but they don't do shit. They just look at you.
And then just sit there and they masturbate inside their
Yeah,
heads.
or they like nudge you a little bit with their arm, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I'll give you an example. So last night was our big Manhattan Beach Christmas parade party thing, and everybody in Marina goes down to Manhattan Beach. So I was waiting for my Uber, and this drop-dead gorgeous guy pulls up in an SUV, and I thought he was the Uber guy. And he goes, hi. And I go, hi. And now I'm thinking, oh my God, Uber's gotten so hot. Not. And he says to me, are you waiting for Bobby, who's my neighbor next door? And I go, no. Do you know Bobby? And he goes, well, I thought you were my best friend's, one of my friend's wives. And I said, no. I said, my name's Patti. He goes, my name's Blake. And we started like looking at each other, and my Uber pulled up, and I was like, damn it. And he's like, okay. I said, do you need help parking? Because you can park in front of my house. I'm going away. And he's like, no. And he sped away. And he's staring at me like twice, rubbernecking. It's like, just ask me out. He was looking at me. He hung out. He didn't have to stop me. It was like, if I was really his friend, wouldn't I be with his friend's the husband? Like, why would I, there's like a bullshit move, okay? So what I don't understand is like, why they get so scared and they get nervous and they just run away.
Because they're like little tiny boys. And they just
He was 6'3". He was
They
gorgeous,
still
by the
have-
gorgeous.
They still are wimps. Yes, go ahead.
So this is really weird. Okay, we're gonna end,
You're
but
gonna end this. You have the last. You got the last word.
it's a question for both of you.
Okay.
Okay, this is where all the masculine men I find. Okay, this is where I find them. For whatever reason, at gay clubs. In WeHo, I get picked up the most. They get my number. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Why? What is it about them? Like what?
Latently homosexual.
Oh.
Yeah, they might be on the cusp.
I mean, nowadays, the erogenous, males have a lot of erogenous zones. They're not listening to this part, but, there's like...
We'll talk about the next podcast.
The next one. Anyway,
Why do straight men like gay clubs? We'll talk about that in the next podcast.
Patty, we're going to be doing a podcast. Tell them a little bit about it. It starts in January, back in the 11th.
Okay, please register. Okay, so the Love and Sex Report is coming back. That we took a year off. We were busy producing and shooting, and now we've got we heard your complaints that you missed the Love and Sex Report, so it's coming back. You can sign up for the Love and Sex Report at pattyknows.com. It's free. We don't spam you. Okay, we only send you information when we need to, and it's like once every now and then. We are not spammers. So pattyknows.com. Okay, Love and Sex Report. And in the new year, we are starting a membership program for 2018 where you can register, where I and David will answer your questions personally. pattyknows.com.